planetarium, photo exhibition, asteroid, Mars, guide, source, robot, space vehicle, flat, peace, public transport, achievement, informative, successfully, railway, directions, Spanish sailor, clearer photos, the far side, closely, communication, safely, land, appear, turn, Al-Idrisi, William Andrews, Gerardus Mercator, Juan de la Cosa, the Hubble telescope, Osiris Rex, the Mars Perseverance rover, the Rosetta space probe, the Cassini space probe, far, remote, close, near, appear, turn up, disappear, clear, obvious, unclear, excited, interested, bored, everything, the whole, all, nothing, transport, astronaut, closely, safely, successfully, direction, exception, expression, communication, achievement, Japanese, Chinese, amazing, sailor, make travel easier, make phone calls, find a way, get directions, go around, a long time after, take them back, how fast, broke as or when it landed, the earth turning, land safely, travel at speed, about the earth, land on, fly through space. This is a very interesting photo. Do you know what it is? It's the moon. That's right, this is a photo of the moon, but it's an unusual photo. This isn't what we see when we look into the sky at night. This is the far side of the moon. So this is the side of the moon we can see from Earth. That's right, no one had seen this side of the moon before 1959. That's when the Russian spacecraft Luna 3 took the first photos of it. As soon as the photos were taken, they appeared in newspapers around the world. The photos weren't very clear, but everyone was very excited to see them. Then, in 1965, Russia sent Zone 3, another spacecraft, to orbit the moon. It took 25 photos and they were much clearer. Has anyone made a map of the moon? Good question. From 1966 to 1967, the USA sent spacecraft to orbit the moon and take photos. They used these to create maps of the moon. At the same time, Russia created maps using the photos from Zone 3. Were all of the photos of the far side of the moon taken by spacecraft? No. Soon after the maps were created, astronauts from the Apollo 8 spacecraft became the first people to see the far side of the moon. They took photos of the moon as they orbited it. Have any spacecraft landed on the far side of the moon? Yes, NASA sent a spacecraft to the far side of the moon in 1962, built it, but it broke when it landed. A long time after this, in 2019, a Chinese spacecraft successfully landed on the far side of the moon. Photos of the Earth. 1946, the first photo of the Earth is taken from space. 1967, the first color photo of the Earth is taken. 1968, astronaut William Andrews takes a photo of the Earth from the moon. 1990, a robot spacecraft takes the first video of the Earth turning. 2004, a robot space vehicle takes the first photo of the Earth from Mars. 2020, a satellite takes a photo of Earth with other planets in the solar system. The International Space Station. What is the International Space Station? The International Space Station is a huge spacecraft 70 kilometers above the Earth. It's a place where astronauts live and work when they go into space. Most astronauts stay on the space station for about 6 months. How fast does it travel? The space station orbits the Earth every day. It travels at 27,000 kilometers an hour. That means that it goes around the Earth every 90 minutes. It's one of the brightest objects in the sky, and you can see it without using a telescope. When was it built? Lots of countries worked together to make the space station, and astronauts from all around the world have stayed on it. The first piece of the space station went into space in 1998. Since the first astronauts arrived in 2000, more than 200 astronauts from 19 countries have stayed there. What's life like on the space station? Life on the space station is different from life on Earth in many ways. In space, washing, sleeping, and eating can be difficult, but communication isn't a problem. Astronauts can send emails or make phone calls to their families back home. My trip to the planetarium by Hassan al-Said. Last year I went to the planetarium in Alexandria with my cousin Magdi. I was really excited because I hadn't been to a planetarium before. Magdi lives in Alexandria, so he had visited the planetarium a few times with his family. We saw a really interesting film about ancient Egypt. We learned about how the ancient Egyptians had studied the stars to find out when the Nile flooded. They had even used the stars to help them build the pyramids. After the film, we went to an exhibition about Mars. Did you know a space robot had explored Mars? Before the end of the 20th century, it landed on Mars in 1997. We had an amazing time. We were there all morning, but when we left, we hadn't seen everything. I'd like to back there again one day. The history of maps. 100s. Ptolemy draws one of the first maps. It shows the area around the Mediterranean. 11,000s. 1100s, not 11,000, 1100s. Al-Idrisi from North Africa draws maps in a book called Tabula Rogeriana. It shows the world as a circle. 1500s. The Spanish sailor Juan de la Cosa draws the first map to show America. Gerardus Mercator finds a way to draw the round world on flat paper. 1800s. Roads and railways make travel easier. Maps become smaller and better. 1950s. The first satellite photos are taken of the Earth, and maps give much more information. 2005. People start to use maps on their phones and computers. They use satellites to get directions. Journey to Bano. In 2020, a spacecraft landed on Bano. Bano is an asteroid, which is a large rock that is flying through space. The spacecraft, called OSIRIS-REx, took small rocks from Bano and will take them back to the Earth in 2023. This was an amazing achievement. Bano is more than 300 million kilometers from the Earth, but it's very small. It's only 510 meters from one side to the other. OSIRIS-REx left the Earth in 2016 and had orbited Bano for nearly 2 years before it found a place to land safely. Then, in 2021, OSIRIS-REx left Bano for its journey home. This will be around 2.3 billion kilometers because the spacecraft must orbit the Sun twice before it can land on the Earth. So why has OSIRIS-REx made this difficult journey? Scientists think that the rocks from Bano could help them to understand how the Earth was made. Scientists also think that understanding Bano will help them know where the asteroid is going. It is possible that it will hit the Earth, although not for many years.